Is it D'Artagnan in Dallas?
Yep.
All right.
You are patient. Thank you for waiting.
Yes. You've been waiting
Well,
since before the show started, so thank you. What did you want to talk about today?
So I seem to remember you saying that you never grew up in a religious household. I may be mistaken, and I don't know Phil's story, but I had a question about, the fear of death after coming out of religion, because that's something that I have recently been struggling with. I came out of religion fully accepted I was atheist, like 2 years ago, and then
Congratulations.
I went from
Yay. Welcome.
Hey. Welcome to the
And you're
club.
in Dallas, dude. You can come here and visit the show live.
Yes, you can come to Atheist Mecca, as so many have.
I was planning on hopping over to Austin yesterday, but I got stuck at work for 10 hours, so that ended up not happening.
If only there was a place with free Wi-Fi, occasional snacks in the fridge, and a comfortable couch for you to chill on. Sorry.
Duly noted.
If I didn't plug that we're here at 1507 West Koenig Lane and that we're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., then I wouldn't be doing my job.
Well, D'Artagnan, one of the thoughts I have for you, since you didn't know my background, I was Methodist until about 13. And so they weren't really that big into hell, and they weren't even that serious, and pretty much everyone got to heaven, and everyone just has a different way of enjoying or worshiping God, so it doesn't really matter. That was pretty wishy-washy, and it was very easy for me as a 13-year-old to get out, and my parents basically said, it's a phase, and he'll grow out of it. So my cheeky answer is that when I left, I threw it all out because I recognized it was all bullshit, and I got over it pretty easily. I know that's not the same thing for everybody, so the better advice that I hear for someone asking this question, such as you are, is Are you fearful?
Fearful.
Are you fearful? Are you afraid of the bad place that Thor might send you if you don't worship him?
Well, so I'm along with you in that I have thrown out all of that belief, and I'm not scared of going to hell. It's the idea of not existing that terrifies me.
Yeah, fair enough.
The whole idea of it didn't bother you for the billions of years that you weren't alive before, and it's not going to bother you then. And logically, I recognize that, but
So what I will say,
it's a terrifying concept that I've been in existence for as long as I can remember. But so the idea of God
is existential and causing a crisis. So this is something that even people that are never introduced to religion would go through, is that eventually people come to in general, eventually people learn that there will be a time when they are not alive and don't exist as they do now. And that's can be a very difficult thing to deal with. I always feel like I'm ill-equipped to help in these situations because this isn't something that I have been afraid of for a length of time, because my energy is always focused on what I'm doing now and the people that I know and are friends with now, and even how am I going to make my rent? Like the things that are here now that I can do are always interesting to me, and non-existence by its nature has never been interesting to me because there's nothing there. And so I struggle sometimes to understand exactly how existential this fear is from a very visceral, I've felt it too standpoint. But one thing that I would like to impart you with is that presumably were you told that you were going to go to heaven and there'd be rainbows and lollipops forever and this sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not afraid of hell, right? But you're afraid of non-existence.
No.
And it's because the idea that you wouldn't exist is new. And it's something that your mind has to, wrap your brain around. Or something your brain has to wrap your mind around. Either way, it's metaphorical. Don't smash your brain. But the thing that I can tell you is that it's uncomfortable. It's not going to respond just to logic. It's a thing that needs to be addressed, but that it's not, as far as the psychological challenge of overcoming this, it's not unlike getting past a divorce or a breakup, because it's something that you were promised would be there and that you'd thought of being there forever, and now it's gone.
I have a cheeky answer if you're finished.
Well, one sentence left, which is that it's bad now, it hurts, we're here if we can help, but one day it will be better.
I like that. So the example that pops into my head, when I was a little kid, and my parents would buy a package of cookies, and we'd get three. 3 cookies is all you could get. And I wanted more cookies. 3 is not enough. Parents out there, 3 is not enough. I wanted more cookies. And one time I was at my grandma's house. She had this big package of cookies. You know what she said? Eat as many as you want. And I did. And I got sicker than a dog. I ate this giant package of cookies, all of them very fast because I could only normally get 3. And before she changed her mind, I ate every single cookie. And so I see that as one of these things of be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. And life is precious and valuable and meaningful because it ends. You only get 3 cookies worth of life. If you had infinite life, at some point, the cookies aren't so good anymore, and I could see it becoming painfully boring and repetitive and mundane. So I'm actually thankful that life ends, and I'm thankful that I have, at least as long as nothing weird like a truck runs me over happens, a reasonable expectation of about when it's going to end, and I can plan for shit. And I have that time constraint and that pressure that I have a limited period of time to make the most meaningful impact on this planet. If I thought I'd live forever, I'd probably never get my fat ass off the couch. So embrace the limited life that you have and make the most out of it.
Well, and that's definitely fair, but
yeah, it's easy to say.
So could get to the point where I wish I could get to the point where it's like, oh, I'm finally tired of it. Let's just go.
Yeah.
To be clear, never doubt what you will eventually be able to do. You might be able to get there, right? It's not that there's going to be one thing that you can think that's going to erase your fear. That's not really how fear works. It's that knowing these things and reminding these things eventually will get you past this.